A shed update, and I heard Deanna Lund passed away a week or two ago, and that got me to thinking of a kit made of her. It's a resin figure kit. I think it's one of the greatest display stands. Of course, I know it says it on the box here, but it's actually one of the greatest displays of a model kit. You know, for a model kit, it's just pretty darn slick. You have to have, she's like basically 1/8 scale, but you have to have the old little Mobius kit that comes out. Put that together, put that with her, and I think that, and because there's an actual picture of Deanna Lund with holding it just like that. So anyway, that was one of those. You had to buy this kit to go with this kit. And on MeTV here in the States, they've been playing Land of the Giants, and I watched it when I was a kid, and you know, it was all right. But now I'm older, really do enjoy the show, so it's been great every Sunday morning that I watched Land of the Giants. But anyway, I wanted to dig her out and stick her with the Land of the Giants. However, the snake one, wherever the hell that's at, which is not my favorite kit, but there it is. Not my favorite one by no means, but anyway, I'm gonna leave it there with the figure kits. But anyway, that's just a little thing in honor of Deanna Lynn. We'll you know, had to dig her back out to go with Spindrift. But a shed update, dwindling down my I'll call it used kit purchases. I want to call this the Werfenhammond, and it's what, 3-in-1 Dragon kit, which translates into you get more parts in the kit. It's a started kit, which a lot of people, you know, don't really want to start a kit. I really don't care. I mean, it's somewhat painted, and some of the things off the sprue that, you know, start an assembly. But if you go look through it, I mean, it's done pretty well. And you know, I like the 3-in-1s for the extra parts because you don't have to make the Werfenhammond. So you know, you can always make something else. There's probably some variant somewhere, even World of Tanks, you know. Anyway, I do like half tracks. There's so much you can do with you know, it's a subject that's not done a whole lot. And but anyway, another German half track will be added to the art. New kit, I actually bought 2 of these, and we'll have to go through the newer kit section because I did buy some more this come. I did actually bought 2 of the same one of the Dragon Ball, but I didn't have this one. I thought I didn't know. They came in 2s, and I usually purchase it. I actually have number 5 or 4 there, which is the helicopter one. So I actually got 2, which, you know, that's why we like to work around here inside the art. So anyway, I may try to get another set, or I may peddle that one. But anyway, I needed volume 5 apparently. This is what I get for not remembering what we have. But anyway. This is the Dragon Ball. It's their Mecha Collection, which, you know, they're like that tiny, which it's alright. It should be a little bit bigger, but anyway, I have this set, you know, so we like to keep adding the, since I got the whole set, you know, we like to keep adding to it. So anyway, adding another Dragon Ball to the art. Better put that there before I get a little further. Decals. These are extra decals for the Royal Air Force, numbers and titles. Now, at the hobby store we have there's a model club, meets first Tuesday of the month, and someone brought in free decals, so everyone was all going through it, and I'm like, man, no one wanted these. And they're just because, you know, a couple of letters are took out, but these are all just letters and numbers. I mean, even I know they're Royal Navy fonts, but still, I mean, it could be usable for anything, and I was like, I'll take that home. So anyway, that'll probably go back in the house, because I do like generic numbers and letters, because, you know, really, you know, it's use it for spaceships, tanks, you know, planes, you name it. Don't necessarily have to use it for, you know, that specific thing. But anyway, extra decals. So we're adding some letters and numbers to the art. Now I'll go up there so I can take that back in. Eschi T55, and I'll say this: this kit's not been started. Decals are, I think, are shot, but I don't really care. The T55 from Eschi, and I'll say this: I think it's one of the greatest T55 tanks model kit out there, because it's just so basic. I mean, you have an excellent starting point to build any T55 variant with this kit. I mean, it's just, it's almost, I'm going to say not totally perfect, but the general shape and everything else is just a excellent starting point. I mean, you can build, you know, Egyptian, whoever else used the T55s, but it's one of those kits that I think you can never have enough of, and I got a few up there, and I got a few tank modelers. She always asks me for my SG T55s, but anyway, it's one of those kits that you just cannot live without. But anyway, great kit. I mean, even it does have a few tiny little flaws, but other than that, great starting point to build any T55 tank. So we're at an SG T55 to the art, and of course, Hobby Lobby's been having a sale. And I had specific instructions from my dad. Told me to go pick up a Gamma Goat because Dad drove one, and he wanted one for the Ark itself. Because anyway, I'll say this: Dad started this collection, 30, 40, 50 years ago, and I continued on after that and took it over, and I added to it. So anyway, Gamma Goat was on sale. Only one Gamma Goat they had, and I bought it. I don't think it's worth $50, my personal opinion. I know that's the retail price. You probably get about 40, maybe 35. I just don't think it's worth. I think it should be mid-20s. But anyway, we don't own a Gamma Goat. I can tell you that right now. It's probably and I'll say this: the Gamma Goat here, which I assume will build up to a nice model, and I will say this. I don't have one because they didn't send me one. I'll have to ask for one. But ODG Studios, they did a base for the Gamma Goat. So and I don't have one. These are just examples. This is for like 72nd scale tanks, or whatever you want to do. That's for supposed to be for the Batmobile base, but you can actually put different type of cars. You could even put the Gamma Goat on there if you really wanted to do it. You don't have to do snow. You can do sand or whatever. Just so much you can do. But anyway, ODG Studios does have a base for the Gamma Goat. So we're adding a Gamma Goat to the art. And then in the vintage realm, and I picked this up. This is a Strombecker. It's a wood train kit, the WM Galloway. And basically it came out, I'd say, in the 50s. This says 1948 on the instructions. But I would say early 50s, because I'm going by the box. I was actually looking it up. You actually don't get the cars. I think you get the train for the one that came out in, I would say, 48. And then in the 50s, they made the train cars on the back there. But anyway, it's a little bit shot, the box, but it's in really, really good shape. All the parts are there. And I wanted a styrene Strombecker kit, and you've seen their kits before. Glencoe's reissued them, Lindbergh's reissued them. They've done. I wanted them, but them are always high dollar, and it was always like, why buy a Strombecker, $300 retriever rocket when you get the Glencoe one for $10? It was just something crazy. But anyway, other than that, I wanted an original Strombecker kit, and they basically, historically, instructions are basically like Aurora's. I could, oh, come on. The instructions are shot, but anyway. There you have it. It's pretty much laid out like Aurora. That's what I assume where Aurora got their instructions on, but, it's just a very unique piece to have. Comes with wood glue, which I didn't know what the dust was all over in the box, but there you have it. Casco powdered Kaizen glue, grade A. So anyway, you can tell it dried out, but anyway, it fell out, but there it is. It does come with the original sandpaper. Had the metal axles, and everything's there. It's actually put together pretty well, but anyway, I wanted this kit because it's just, I think, a piece of model history, because wood kits came before the plastic kits, and then when plastic kits started coming about, wood kits kind of stopped being produced, which they still are today, but not like they used to be in the vintage box there. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today. We are adding a antique Strombecker kit, adding the Gamma Goat T55 German half track, and we're taking the decals back in the house and another Dragon Ball kit. But anyway, that's what I've got going on today, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.